Hello friends, this is Mike here, and I am back today. I wanted to make a video about creating a personal relationship with your own divine presence. And this is a very, very massive, important topic, so I'll make many parts to this video. And this is an ongoing exploration of mine of learning to have a personal relationship with your own divine presence. So I'm not the end-all be-all master of this. The whole basis of what I want to talk about is, in order to build a personal relationship with a higher power, with your higher self, you have to learn to approach it in your own unique and individualized way. And what I mean by that is, it's not real until it's real within you. Anyone can go to a church, religious institution, whatever, and do a prescribed routine. But the question is, how many of those people are having a real, powerful inner experience? Because the whole basis of the eclectic spiritual journey of going out on your own and seeing what's real for you and what makes sense, what doesn't, is making it real for you. And that's what I want to talk about, is making a personal relationship with your own divine source real for you. And so, beginning this huge topic, which I have not planned out a draft to talk about, I'm just improvising, speaking from my heart, I just want to share what I've found works for me, because I want people to not have any doubt of their divine presence. So I think a good place to begin would be to not expect your inner relationship with your divine presence, your divine source, to be a certain way. Everyone experiences higher energies, higher self, in different ways. And so for some people, they might be more visual. They might see things with their third eye. For others, they might hear things. Or for others, like me, you feel things and just spontaneously know things. And if you are hardwired coming into a body to experience your higher self in a certain way, and you come into a belief system that it should be another way, then there's this tension that forms where you feel like you are disconnected from your higher self. And that is a very painful thing to experience. And what's crazy about experiencing that is it's a fantasy. You're imagining that you're not experiencing your higher self because it's not in this certain way that you wanted it to be, or you were taught that it should be, or you convinced yourself it should be. Your higher self connects to you in a perfectly unique way, and it's our job to just receive that. And so I'll use my experience as an example. I started out wanting to see things and hear guidance clearly. And for a while, I was disappointed when that kind of experience just would not happen for me. But I learned over time that my connection to my higher self and my personal relationship with the divine within me is based on knowing and feeling. And perhaps, seeing and hearing are things that could evolve and change and grow over time. But the foundation of my experience of my higher self is knowing and feeling. Whenever I read books that I know are channeling higher truth, there's a resonance, and I feel it and I know it, and I can confirm it in my consciousness. So the basis of this point is to allow your higher self to connect to you in whatever way it wants to, not the way you want to. And a good place for that to start is just knowing and feeling, and really tapping into the silence in the heart that knows all of this, that knows you're already in personal relationship with the divine for you. So a second point, branching off from that, would be trying to will yourself into feeling like you're one with the divine. The thing about trying to feel like you're one with your creator source is, if you're trying to feel like you're one with the divine, that's a great place to start from. That's a pure intention. Trying to feel like you are one with the divine. However, whenever the small self, the earthbound self, the part of us that is confined to a physical creation of our bodies, our life, our conditions, the ego self, whenever we try to connect to the higher self as the ego self in ways that we want to feel that connection, it implies that we are not already one with the higher self. And it's very easy to unconsciously use our creative ability and make a division between our lower and higher self, because we are trying to feel one with the divine. And that division, that fracturing, can be completely spontaneously healed by realizing that we don't have to try to be one with the divine. If we're trying to be one with the divine, with our own personal relationship with Creator within us, then we are creating a energy of separation. A better way to approach that would be to set an intention to know and feel and have zero doubt of your oneness with your creative source, the all-loving, all-powerful serenity, peace, joy, and abundance within your heart. Set that intention, and then just breathe. Just relax into stillness and allow that intention to come alive in you, because we don't need to control that. We don't need to control what we are. We already are that. So that's a huge thing of, some people call that surrender, of just knowing that your higher self knows how to connect to you. You don't need to know how. You just need to set an intention and relax into it. And that's all done through the heart, through greater self-love. So third part, branching from those two, self-love. Self-love is everything. You cannot connect to your higher self if you don't feel like you are worthy of that level of love. It's kind of like a filtering, fail-safe sort of mechanism of spirit, where if we don't consciously acknowledge that we are worthy of this much love, of being loved, of infinite, ever-expanding ability to receive love, your higher self respects that because you are a creator. It created in its image, and it holds off that love, and you're choosing to impair your intimacy with your personal relationship with your divine source. And that's because if you were to feel how much you were loved when you had made a free will choice that you're not worthy of that love, it would be denying your right to experience what you chose to create for yourself. And so whenever you choose that, your higher self respects it. And the journey back into a very intimate, vulnerable, joyful, blissful oneness, personal relationship with your higher self is training your mind and your heart to feel worthy of ever-expanding love. And when you do that, your higher self acknowledges, okay, they're ready now to know me. They're ready to be loved by me, through me, as me. And you don't need to try to love yourself. Again, your higher self does all of that for you, and it's effortless, and it's amazing, and it's just breathing. We have nothing to prove to our higher self other than to just demonstrate that we are worthy of that love. We're worthy of knowing that we are one with it. We're worthy of knowing that we are complete and whole and perfect, and we can create exactly what we wish in our own experience and in our consciousness so that it can learn to take root and be born in the world around us. Training and learning our energy field that we are worthy of love is reconnecting to the effortless power of creative energy. It's the real law of attraction, that the heart does all of this, and we just set intentions and allow it to happen. Set intentions for all of the highest good to come in the ways that we imagine, envision, and desire, or in the ways far greater that only our higher self knows. And so building an intimate relationship with our own creator source within us is done through self-love and knowing that we are worthy of that love, and that love connects to us in its own perfect way, and we don't have to try to do it because it's who we are. You don't have to try and be loving because we already are love. You don't have to try to be powerful because we already are power. You don't have to try and be blissful because bliss does not need to try and be itself. So personal relationship with your own divine source it's the Holy Grail. It's what we are here to do within our own consciousness, and it's what we're here to do to equilibrate out into the collective consciousness. It's what we're here to do to create in our own lives, create heaven on earth, through just how undeniably we know that we are one with our divine source, and just how enormously we want to share that and help other people realize the same. Because reconnecting to your source within you reconciles masculine and feminine energy. Whenever you reconnect to your source in a completely personal, unique, individualized, and intimate way, it's like you've found the soulmate of your wildest dreams in your heart, just like they've been waiting there for you all along. And the energy of worthiness, like I said earlier, of reprogramming your subconscious mind to know you're worthy of your higher self and of that love, because that's what we are. That is very, very similar to the energy of looking into the eyes of other people in the world. Because nearly everywhere we go in the world, we see people who are afraid of eye contact. And it's fascinating. When I experience that with people who won't hold eye contact, or the many variations and distortions of, conscious, awake, intimate eye contact, it's an energy of worthiness. Whenever you look at someone and hold their gaze, while the two people are looking at each other, it's kind of like each person is asking with the gaze, are you worthy? I am worthy of being seen. And what I was trying to get to is that energy of worthiness, of being one and intimate with your own experience of your divine source. It feels like eye contact in the outer world, except it's within you. And it is infinitely more expansive and invigorating and nurturing, because that is the source of our life. It's the source of our being. It's the source of love. And really, that's one of the most exciting parts of building a intimate relationship with your creative source within you, is learning to train your mind and your heart and your energy field to prepare to receive a truly divine relationship in the outer world. Fascinating. I suppose this can be the topic for part 2, about the masculine and feminine energy bearing witness to itself as an aspect of the Creator, Father, Mother, God, just reflecting down through all the dimensions into the physical, in a physical relationship between a male and a female. It's so magical and beautiful. And we can learn to train our minds, completely transmute our consciousness, so that we feel like we're gazing into the eyes of the soulmate of our wildest dreams, except that soulmate is us. It's our Creator. And we're looking into the eternity of our own heart space, because that's how we were created, in the image of Father, Mother, God. That's who we are. And It's fascinating. It's why relationships are so mesmerizing and powerful in the outer world, why people lose themselves in each other. And that is going to be the topic for part 2. And with that, I am going to bring this video to a close. I hope that it might assist you in bringing you into a more intimate, more unquestionable, invincible, powerful, undeniable relationship with your divine source. So it feels like you're standing in front of the divinity within you, just blazing like a star, except it's you, and you're worthy of yourself. And then you can just hug yourself, embrace yourself, and feel how much Source loves you, as you, through you, because you are that Source, and you are infinite love, being itself, returning to oneness. So with that, I leave you. I love you so much, and I will return for part 2 of this video. Namaste. Bye-bye.